Hello and welcome to the Retro Renaissance Woman. Today I'll be making a potato salad with hard-cooked eggs from the Summer Cookbook. The book is by Marion Clyde McCaroll and was published in 1954. There'll be a link to the recipe in the description below. So we need 3 cups of diced, cold boiled potatoes. I had already boiled some potatoes earlier in the day and put them in the fridge, so I was ready to start dicing them. I always find it difficult to know exactly how small to make things when I'm dicing them. I'm trying to picture a literal pair of dice in my mind's eye, but that only goes so far. The Summer Cookbook is supposed to be especially for recipes that are mostly either really easy or else very fitting for summer. I think potato salad does qualify as both of those things. Alright, now I will be adding 3 hard-boiled or hard-cooked eggs, sliced. Now, I'm curious, how many of you actually call them hard-cooked eggs? Because I've always, all my life, called them hard-boiled eggs. I know technically you're not supposed to actually be boiling them, which I guess is why people sometimes are very adamant that you have to call them hard-cooked. Normally I would chop these into small chunks if I were putting them into a salad, but it says to slice them specifically, so. Now we need 1 cup of chopped celery. And the recipe tells us that should equal 3 large stalks.
If I had a talking picture of you, I would run it every time I fell blue.
Now the recipe doesn't specify how small to chop these, but I'm just imagining eating it, and imagining that I think I would want them a bit smaller than this, so I'll chop the celery pretty finely.
I would sit there in the gloom of my lonely little room and applaud each time you whispered, I love you on the screen the moment you came in view. We would talk the whole thing over, we two. I would give 10 shows a day and a midnight matinee if I had a talking picture of you.
Alright, I chopped about 2½ stalks of celery, and it looks like just about a cup. And lastly, we need 2 tablespoons of chopped chives. I think I'm going to use chef scissors to chop the chives. I always do that with scallions, and I find that it works a lot better. Now I'll combine all of this together. I'm not a very big celery fan, so I already have a feeling that I'm not going to like how much celery is in this. Now I have to sprinkle on a teaspoon of salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. This seems like a lot of salt, I have to say. I like salt on my food, wowzers. I began grinding some peppercorns to add. Well, that's a bit of a problem. I'll be with you in just a minute. I cleaned up all the ceramic shards, and unfortunately I also had to throw out the pepper that I'd already ground. I just ground a little bit straight onto the salad, since I didn't want to end up having wasted enormous quantities of it. But that's alright, because honestly a 1/4 teaspoon sounded like much more pepper than I would have wanted anyway. Alright, now I have to put on a cup of mayonnaise, and it says gently mix with 2 large spoons, just long enough to coat the mixture. Alright, now I'm just going to stir it long enough to really mix it. I can smell the chives, they smell good. Alright, that looks pretty good. Now I have to chill this covered, so I'll put it in the fridge for an hour or so. So I'll see you in a couple hours. Alright, it's been in the fridge a couple hours. It's good. I know I was worried earlier about the celery, but I don't think that's a problem at all. I just tasted a chive. I might say there's too much mayonnaise. I think the mayonnaise is mainly just supposed to be there to hold it together, and you can really taste it, and I think that's bringing down the overall taste just a bit. I thought it would taste far too salty, and I don't think it does. That being said, I do think that it could have had just more varied spices in it. It feels like it's missing a bit of something. I do like it though, I think it's good. So in conclusion, while it may not have been perfect, I definitely think this was a success. The main thing I would change would be to add a little bit less mayonnaise, or maybe just use homemade mayonnaise, which, unlike store-bought, I actually like the taste of. Please let me know how it turns out if you try the recipe. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I hope you enjoyed the video, and bon appetit!